Tonight, two new girls are on their way.
Hi, I'm Christina, I'm 21 and I'm a medical student from London.
Hi, my name's Hiba, I'm 22 years old and I'm a medical student from Manchester.
Hey guys! I hope you enjoyed our cringy intro. Just to reintroduce ourselves, I'm Christina.
And I'm Hiba. We're both medical students. I study at the University of Manchester.
And I study at Newcastle.
So we're both huge fans of the show Love Island, and season 8 has just finished with the final last week.
And like majority of people, we've also imagined ourselves on the show.
So this got us thinking about whether or not people in our profession should go on shows like Love Island. Over the years, both doctors and medical students have been on the show.
I think there's so many like people in different careers that go on Love Island. Like there's been civil servants, paramedics, there's been people who are like self-employed, obviously a lot of influencers.
Yeah.
So I think it's only fair that people who are also doctors, medical students can go on the show as well.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But I do also kind of understand why people would dislike this, or what people's reasons against it would be. Like, do you think you...
Against Love Island, yeah. I think there's a lot of like standards that people hold medical students and doctors to, not just in the workplace, but obviously outside of the workplace as well. You have to be really professional, have a certain like standard that you like carry yourself to. So I think if you're going on something like Love Island, it is a bit controversial as a doctor or medical student.
Yeah.
But people in the past who've gone on, like Dr. Alex and Priya, I think they've carried themselves really well. So I think that'd be the only caveat. Like if you go on the show, make sure you like come across really well.
Yeah, so it is just a little bit confusing, only because I was looking over like just DMC guidelines over just social media use and like just fame in general.
Yeah.
For doctors and healthcare professionals, and it says that you must make sure that your conduct justifies your patients' trust in you and the public's trust in the profession. So do you think that going on a show like that could decrease your trust in the profession?
Oh, I don't know, it's a good question. I think for some people it definitely could. Like when you think of what people on Love Island do, there's a lot of like, I don't know, certain behaviour, like there's a lot of like kissing and challenges, obviously the hideaway, they've got like all the, you know, the lap dancing, all the challenges. I think some people might take that as like they trust doctors less, or they trust, like imagine if that was your GP, like, and you saw them doing all the lap dances. I'd be a bit like, but at the end of the day, they've still got all the medical knowledge. They're still a doctor or a medical student, so
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
I think what the public doesn't know is like the public may feel that if people are focusing so much time on stuff like this, they're maybe not as dedicated or as committed to medicine.
Yeah.
Whereas like we know, in order to be a doctor or to be a medical student, you do have to go through the same amount of rigorous training, whether or not you're doing Love Island in your own time or not.
Yeah, so, true. You're just as much as a doctor as all the other doctors who aren't on Love Island.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because you're on Love Island doesn't make you any less of a doctor.
So I think I'm definitely not against anyone going on Love Island, whether they're a doctor or not. But I do think that one of the reasons people dislike it is because most people that go on the show will kind of leave their job after coming out of the show. Like no one is going to carry on being a doctor. Or for example, Paige this year was a paramedic. I mean, no one can tell the future, but it looks unlikely that she'll carry on being a paramedic and would rather go down like the brand deals and that kind of route. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think so, like Love Island, it kind of prepares you to be an influencer. Like you get all these followers, you get all this attention, and it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of like the only route, the only option really. I think if you were to carry on being a doctor and you made it quite far in Love Island, I think your job just wouldn't be the same. Like every single patient that you see would be asking you about it, and like it would interfere with your job. Like even if you wanted to go back to being a doctor, you probably couldn't in the same way. And I think most people doing Love Island know that now. Like they know what they're getting themselves into. So yeah, I think, and I don't think being an influencer is like bad necessarily. Like you can raise awareness as an influencer and like do positive things. So for example, Dr. Alex is doing stuff like that. So
he's really used his platform to kind of promote awareness of mental health, and he also kind of really gave an insight into what it was like for the NHS during the pandemic as well, which was really powerful because he did have so many followers who could kind of see that reality of the NHS and stuff. And to what you said earlier, it's not even just about like Love Island. That is, I think, on a really, really big scale, but I've even heard of just medic influencers and like medic YouTubers getting told by patients that they don't want to be seen by them because they know of them from YouTube and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I put it, you could argue it puts more strain on like that ward or that department. Like most NHS wards are kind of understaffed to some degree, and if you've got patients being like, oh, I don't want to see that doctor, it just makes it harder for everyone else in a way. Yeah,
so yeah, a lot of patients and a lot of the public seem to think that if you're dedicating a lot of your time to things like social media and just becoming a bit more well known, not even famous, but just a bit more well known, they think that you're dedicating less time to medicine, and that makes you like less credible as a doctor. I've seen that happen to quite a few people. Not that I agree with it, but it does happen.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I don't think that's true. Like, you can be a doctor with like lots of interests. What's the difference between a doctor who's like really passionate about football and a doctor who's really passionate about YouTube? Like, you could argue it's the same thing. YouTube, you know, it is a career for some doctors, but it's also just like a passion or like a hobby. So I don't think it makes you any less credible or like any less of a doctor. You've still passed your exams like everyone else has, so you've met the standard. So yeah, Dr. Alex George doesn't want to be a doctor anymore. He's doing things like mental health ambassador, like work with the government, but Priya's going to graduate soon as a doctor. How do you think like her patients will feel like knowing that she was on Love Island?
I'm not sure. Again, I think that there could be some patients who keep that in mind when she's treating them. I don't think it would be too much of an issue for Priya, only because she wasn't on it for very long. And for example, for Dr. Alex George, when he left, he went straight back to A&E. He didn't kind of take the path that most influencers do, even though he's now no longer working as a doctor. He's still kind of doing healthcare work, and I think that kind of makes him seem like, I don't know what the word is.
More likable by the public.
Yeah, more likable by the public, because people just seem to really dislike doctors who leave medicine, basically. I agree with you. Like I don't know if you want to include this, but I made a TikTok about how people are quitting medicine, like Faye, and there was a woman on Twitter who went viral for it, and the comments were just full of people who were like unhappy about it for some reason. I don't know, even though in the video I explained that, like, you know, there's a lack of support for F1s and F2s, there's like lack of training, like the pay's not great, and people still don't seem to like doctors who want to leave medicine. And it's the same for influencers and also people who just want to leave and do other things. And also just going back to kind of the Love Island thing, it's because like historically doctors have been seen as such a prestigious kind of it's a very prestigious title, and for you to go on and do like, for example, like the challenges and stuff like that, people just don't want to see that side of you, even though like everyone is human and everyone has the right to do whatever they want to do.
I think, to be fair, it's probably a pro. I think as a medical person going on Love Island, it does humanize you a little bit. Like, it kind of takes away the prestige and just shows you as like a real person. Like, you know, you might, you know, do the challenges or be like having like boy trouble, girl trouble, like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like, it shows you as a person versus it's like this like prim and proper doctor. So I think that is a pro in a way. So far on Love Island, there's been one medical student and at least one doctor. We don't know about seasons in like Australia or the USA, but do you think there'll be more like medical students and doctors? Because at the moment in like the influencer YouTube world, there's a lot of medical students like making videos, same with doctors as well. Like, do you think there could be more that go on Love Island?
It's really difficult to say, of course, but I do think that there will be more people like from the healthcare world, so not just doctors and medical students, but there could be nurses. As I mentioned, Paige this year was a paramedic. There could be more people like that from like the healthcare world, and I feel like they are kind of held to the same standards by the public as doctors and people in medicine. Yeah,
true. I agree. I think I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a nurse who came on, or like a midwife. I wouldn't be surprised. I think it could happen.
Do you think it's fair that that doctors and medical students are held to this standard where they have to kind of be a certain way in public after they've come home from their job? Do you feel like it's fair?
I don't think it's fair, because it is a lot of pressure, but I understand why it's there. Like, you know, as a doctor who, you know, you have a lot of responsibility looking after like hundreds, if not thousands of patients, those patients want to trust that, you know, you carry yourself with a bit of, you know, respect, or like you carry yourself in a way that's like to a certain standard. So I understand why that is there, but it is a lot of pressure, I think, as a doctor, that even when you leave work you have to hold yourself to like a certain image, and it can be a bit overwhelming, I think.
I think it's fair to ask a doctor to behave like sensibly when even when they're not at work. I think we do represent a larger community, and we do have kind of a responsibility to do that and make sure the public still trusts us. But I do think that there should be more lenience in that. People do get upset when doctors, like, say, for example, wear revealing clothes. If a female medical student was to like wear a bikini, some people would get really upset about that if it was posted on social media.
I know. Is it going back and forth? Like, why is it back?
It's just taking drone shots for us.
for the bombshell
Yeah.
intro. Getting drone shots. Yeah, I think I agree 100%. You know, just like you wouldn't tell someone to like you know, in your personal life you wouldn't tell someone to what I don't know how to phrase it, but you wouldn't tell someone what to wear in real life, so you shouldn't do it online. Like if someone's posted it, you know, their own bikini photo or whatever. What do you think of the boys this year in Love Island? Because obviously Andrew went off with Coco at one point. Dami and Luca, you know, Luca's not my favourite at all, and Dami wasn't loyal to India and Castlemore. Like, what do you think?
I agree with you. Like, I wasn't very fond of the boys this season.
Yeah.
I think Andrew was like the only genuine guy.
Yeah.
Let me think. And Davide.
Yeah.
I think he's very genuine, although there are rumours going on about him. I really hope they're not true.
Is there? What are the
yeah,
rumours?
apparently he has a girlfriend. Like,
back in Italy?
yeah, no, not back in Italy.
Back in
It was like
Manchester.
in Manchester, like someone who hasn't broken up with. I'm pretty sure they're just rumours.
That's awful. I hope not.
But yeah, Andrew, who was so clearly egged on, like what you mentioned about Coco. I'm not sure if
He
this is
wouldn't
even
have done all
relevant.
that if the girls and the boys like pushed him to do it, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like peer pressure at its finest. We're going quite off topic here, but who do you think is going to last out of this year's couple?
Oh, that's a good question, you know. The thing is, it wouldn't surprise me if Luca and Gemma lasted ages. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Just because no one else seems to like them as a couple, but they seem to get each other. Yeah. And I think when it comes to a relationship, that's all that matters really. Like, if you get each other and you guys work, then you're going to last. So that wouldn't surprise me if they lasted.
I am really rooting for Davide and Ekinsu to last.
100%,
but
yeah.
It's very rare that the finalists do
I know,
last.
yeah. Deep down, I kind of wanted them to come second, because I was like, I want them to last.
I think one couple that I think is definitely going to last is Tasha and Andrew.
Yeah, I agree. They just look like they are going to last, yeah. They look really happy together.
Okay, back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, back to medics and Love Island.
So do you think, now that one medical student has been on, a doctor's been on as well, do you think, like, and there are so many medic YouTubers now and medical influencers, do you think like the attitude towards medical influencers is going to change anytime soon?
Do you know what? I think it could, yeah. Like with the numbers, as the numbers are going up, I think more and more people will be like, in a way, like desensitized to it. They might just see it as like normal, like, oh, another medic YouTuber, another doctor on Love Island. Like, it might just become normal to the point where people aren't as like harsh. Maybe people were harsh with Dr. Alex because he was the first one, but then after Priya, after another one, it would just be kind of like normal. Yeah. What do you think? I
guess as long as you don't use the platform that you gain from the show in a negative way, no one can say anything to you. Like, everyone has the right to choose whether or not they want to go on TV, whether or not they want to be an influencer. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's a good point. So yeah, obviously drama is like a major part of Love Island. Like, there's always like arguments and like fights and stuff. How do you think the public would cope if like a medical student or like a doctor was involved in like a massive drama, like fallout? Like, imagine like Faye Winter, like her sort of drama. How do you think the public would cope with that? I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it all goes back to like how you carry yourself on the show. I feel like if someone was involved in that kind of drama, it would be a lot more difficult for them to get back into like medicine full time. True, yeah. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Like, that's just what I think. I think they'd probably be more inclined to then go down the influencer route. Yeah, definitely. Like, I know that Faye is she's still doing her job as normal. Like, she's not in property anymore. walking.
Yeah, she does dog. I was shocked that she got brand deals, to be honest. Like, I was really surprised.
Really?
Yeah, were you not?
People did like her towards the end, and she did make it to the final.
I know. With the how many Ofcom complaints that she got, I was shocked that she actually could like make a career for herself. If she can do it, then potentially a doctor could as well.
Yeah.
But I feel like people would definitely be critiquing you, saying like, how is he a doctor? How is she a doctor? If she's arguing like this, but yeah.
I guess it would just go down to, even if they do get back to being a full-time doctor, or even a part-time doctor, it would just be like the patient's individual choice. Like, if people know of that doctor, they may just refuse to be seen by them.
Yeah. What's been your favourite season?
I think my favourite season has definitely been this one.
Yeah, I agree. I think after Amber's season was like the best one for a long time, but then this one's definitely
I feel like
topped it off for me.
compared to last year, this season was a lot better. But I feel like the Casa Amor was shorter, and I feel like I wanted a bit more. I mean, I know it's really dramatic, but I wanted a tiny bit more drama.
More drama.
Like, as in, like, they didn't do like the tweet challenge, they didn't do like the postcard to Casa Amor.
Yeah.
And I know everyone was waiting for that.
Yeah, I think they were looking out for mental health this year, apparently.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then I think the tweet challenge could be like light-hearted. It wouldn't have to be intensely chaotic. It could just be like a light-hearted, like.
Do you think that it's true that Jax left because he was actually bullying Tasha?
Was that why?
Yeah, apparently so.
Because he was bullying Tash. It wouldn't surprise me, you know. It wouldn't, because she was crying quite a lot at some points, and I feel like it wasn't just the Andrew situation she was crying about. Like, it must have been like other stuff. So yeah, I thought it was something else. Like, he maybe started a fight, because it was when Adam came in, and obviously Adam took Paige away. So I thought it was something to do with that.
What are your thoughts on Paige?
Oh yeah, I know she's got mixed. Like, yeah. I liked her initially, but now I'm just a bit more like cautious. I don't know. I've heard like mixed things about how she wasn't very nice to Coco, and
yeah, same. I liked her initially, but it just went downhill. After that. She did feel like a bit of a mean girl. The way she like was acting with Jax on the last day when he left was like she was fully acting as if she's only his, and that she would be like going out to him.
Waiting
like,
for him when he came back.
Like, it's fair enough, like Jax wasn't the best person to her either, but she did move on. But I feel like for the amount of emotion she showed towards Jax, it just felt a little bit quick.
Yeah, true. And do you know what? I was even shocked that she took him back. Like, the way he was in Casa Amor, like, he was not loyal at all. And like, I was surprised that she wanted to get back with him, to be honest. To be fair, it is Adam Collard though. Like, and all the girls were shocked that he came in, and I think the fact that he was only on her, like, Adam came in, he thought he was kind of looking at Paige and Gemma, I think, but then Gemma was closed off, so it was kind of only Paige.
Yeah, but have you heard the rumours about like Adam being with his girlfriend, like up until the minute he entered the villa?
I know.
Yeah, and they have posted stuff on Instagram together.
I don't know. If they last, it wouldn't surprise me, but if they don't last, it wouldn't surprise me. Honey buns. Dami and India, what do you think of them?
I think they're not gonna last.
Do you think so?
I think India is...
She deserves better, for sure.
Yeah.
She deserves so much better.
Much
I don't like Dami.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't like him. Like, he's made like...
I think he's gotten away with a lot.
Yeah. He's made odd little comments. I'm just like... He said things like, oh, you know what women are like. Like, I'm like, what?
I
like,
think
that's not appropriate.
India's not going to be pleased when she watches it back.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think she's the type of girl who will know like she deserves better.
Yeah, true. She can do better as well.
Imagine
Someone
Dami
more
watching
loyal.
this video being like, shut up, you two. Okay, so we went on a bit of a tangent there, but just to summarise kind of our thoughts about medical professionals being on Love Island, we get that there are reasons for and against, and we do understand that. We do think that medical students and doctors have a huge responsibility, even when they're outside of work, to kind of make sure they're behaving and carrying themselves in a way that keeps the public's trust and just acting sensibly. But I think we both agree
doctors have the right to go onto Love Island if they want to, and they're in their right to kind of act however they please, as long as they kind of bear in the back of their mind that patients will freely comment on what they do and how they act and stuff.
And I feel like just medical influencers in general do get a bit of a harder time than they should. I think as long as you're not at work, like in the operation theatre or something, like you can wear whatever you want.
let us know in the comments if you have any thoughts on this year's Love Island and like medical students on Love Island, doctors on Love Island.
I hope you found this video interesting. We just thought it would be a fun topic to discuss. Thank you so much, Christina, for also meeting me to make this video.
Thanks for
I'm
having
going
me.
to put all of the details of Christina's channel in the description box, just after the skateboarder goes past. Yeah, so I'm going to put all of the details of Christina's channel in my description box as well, and I'm doing another video with Christina, so do head over to her channel to watch that. That is probably going to be a bit more of a useful watch than this one.
Yeah, we're filming I won't spoil it too much, but it's a video talking about kind of the medical schools that we go to, so it might be useful for you guys who are applying for medicine this year.
Yep. Thank you so much for watching, if you're still here to the end.
We love and appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Cool. Just flick your hair as well. And like when you get to this point, just keep going.
Okay.
Okay, the hair flick was too late. It wasn't captured. Are my feet in it? Okay.
Are we doing hey guys?
Oh yeah, oh sorry. Hey guys! Sorry, I completely
No, it's
forgot
fine.
about that.
We can do it
Let's
again.
carry on.
Should
Hey
do
guys!
it? Do you want to do
3, 2, 1.
Hey guys!
Is it on you gonna say this?
Oh, is it me? Okay. What am I saying? Just to reintroduce, I'm Hiba, lol.
Hey guys!
Just to reintroduce ourselves, I'm Christina.
You didn't say the
Oh,
question.
sorry, I forgot.
It's okay. So my facial muscles are aching right now.
This really is Love Island with like the flies. So far on Love Island, there's
They just got louder as soon as I
Oh,
told
no
them.
way.
It's fine, we'll just tell them that sorry for the pain in the background.
okay. Sorry for the play in the background.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, no, I think it's a wait, I forgot what you said.
But I think we both agree that wait, what?